Good evening.
Good morning. Oh, 5 o'clock.
Deborah goes, good morning. It's 5 o'clock
Oh my goodness.
in the evening. Hey, a shout out to all you truth seekers. If you get this as I'm doing this, I haven't even had time to post up a time that I was going to do this today because I've just been researching and reading and researching and reading. So this news is very, very, very important. As many of you are trying to make a decision regarding heads or tails or what the heck happened on January 6th at the Capitol, I hope to shed a little light on that tonight. So I'm going to get right into this. I don't have any time to be just gibby-gabbing around. I got to get into this tonight. This is very, very important to help you sort out what the truth is. So I'm going to share something with many of you tonight that many of you have not heard a single word on yet. Could those who hate Trump be afraid of the news that I'm going to share with you right now? Is this all another distraction from the truth? Why the immediate rush last night to take that vote? Why did that happen? Why was they in such a panic to take that vote? Why did so many people change their vote? Listen, did they just not make the decision to look at what state? Arizona. They did not even look at the evidence. Nobody knows what all the evidence is yet.
Convenient.
Could that have been a stunt yesterday to prevent everybody in the legislation in the House from having to make a decision after viewing the facts of this case? Could that have been possible? Why the rush today, not even 24 hours later, to try to implement the 25th Amendment to take Trump out of the office? Why do you think? What is the big rush they're trying to get him out of the office? He only has 14 days left, for crying out loud. Why is everybody in a big rush to get him out of the office? What is everybody so afraid of? Could it be the truth?
Yep.
Why do you have so many unanswered questions that you're asking yourself today? Was this all a strategically planned strike to stop the truth from coming out? This breaking news was given to the representatives yesterday at 1 p.m. They received this news that I'm going to share with you now at 1 p.m. They stormed the Capitol at 2:30. Think about that. Once again, no evidence was heard. After the breach at the Capitol, people changed their votes. Pence, as I reported before, would back out and didn't do anything. He didn't do anything yesterday. He stepped down. I hope this helps you see the possible reasons why. Please always remember, I told you before that God told me we were going to reach a fork in the road, and then we would know what happened and why. We would know what road we're on, socialism or capitalism, the free market or a one world order. This is where we're headed. Why did this happen today? Elaine Chao. Remember I told you about her about a week ago? That wasn't by coincidence. Elaine Chao, if you do not know, is Mitch McConnell's wife, who is the Speaker of the House. I revealed last week that they are they're hand in hand with China government because of the business that they are in. You are talking millions and millions of dollars. She resigned first, then others followed her. Social media hammered Donald Trump. Twitter and Facebook removes Trump's account until after he leaves office. I have never been on Facebook. My wife has never been on Facebook.
You all,
period.
You all should consider getting off of there Because they're not supporting the president.
75 million of
75
you
million
today
people.
should resign your accounts
Right.
from Facebook.
Give them.
Go on to Parlor, and you would rock their world.
Yep. You want to do something? There you go.
If you want to do something, why don't you do that? Hit them in their pocketbook, close that stupid Facebook account, and go to Parlor or another type of social media that is supporting Christianity, and it's not bashing everybody who's a Christian. I'm just saying.
Just an option.
These are bold moves by them. The New York Times said that the breach on the Capitol was organized. How about this? I agree with them. The big question, though, is by who? Who organized it? Did the Democrats organize it or the Republicans organize it? I'm going to show you tonight that's going to help you make an educated decision. I want you to remember this. I'm on record. Remember, I serve a king. He rules in the kingdom that I serve. His name is Jesus Christ. I am loyal to him and him only. We seek the truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. Hello? Yes, we are committed to that cause. We're serving his kingdom. So stay tuned for the rest of the truth this evening. We're all asking ourselves questions. Why is all this happening? What really is happening? Who's behind all this and why? I'll answer all of these questions today according to the Word of God. This is a huge news announcement on Italy and the international interference in our election. Have you heard about that yet? If you haven't, you're getting ready to hear some of the truth. The title that I've found this under, and I'm going to supply the links later. Italy Gate, Obama and Renzi accused of being the masterminds of the U.S. electoral manipulation, FRAUD. Did you hear that?
The abomination.
Yep, the Obama abomination.
Hussein.
This is written by Cesar Sacchetti. The article published on this blog has explained the hacking scheme which involves Italy's government. Listen to this. A former CIA agent and chief of one of the intelligence agency stations, Bradley Johnson. Remember that, Bradley Johnson. He revealed how Italy had a crucial role in what could be defined as an international coup d'etat against Donald Trump. Do you hear what I'm saying? Listen to this. Donald Trump, basically the main actor of this attack was Leonardo. I bet you're clueless right now because you're listening to the fake news. Listen, you need to tell your friends and family members. You should be on there already sending this out to your friends and family members, people who you love that need to know the truth. Basically, the main actor of this attack was Leonardo, which is an Italian government company leader in defense and aerospace sectors. Now, there's another person who has completely confirmed the role of Italy in this fraud, and that is Maria Zack. I'll refer to her from here on out as Mrs. Zack. She is the chairman of the Association Nations in Action. And in an audio file leak 2 days ago, she explains how the FRAUD manipulation would have occurred. Now, for me personally, how this worked out for me was on Tuesday night. This would have been January 5th. I get a call from the Deuce. So listen, the Deuce, one of our research divisions, called me Tuesday evening with this breaking news that was coming out of Italy. I knew about this Tuesday evening. He told me a confession was made regarding international election tampering coming out of Italy. He told me everything that I'm going to tell you in this report that I got that was a confirmation for me. I said, do you have proof or a link? And he couldn't pull it up for me. But somehow it came up on my account today. He could not get it, so I thought, I know this guy, and he would only tell me what he thought the truth was. These are the kind of friends that I have. So, Deuce, I appreciate that. So I said I'll wait and watch and see if anything else comes out. Then I see this interview happen today, and then I also saw it on Parler. Hello, this is huge news. Hello? Yes, this is huge news. This is not a conspiracy theory or the smoking gun. This is actually a person who had part in the international election tampering. That's what this is. So please share it with your friends and family members. Maria Zach from Nations in Action was on the America Can We Talk show with Debbie Gorgados. My wife had told me about this show.
Yeah, I found her last March, Debbie.
They have a website. It'll be in the description box below, but it is americacanwetalk.org. They laid this all out. It will be on their website.
She has some great people on there.
Amen. According to Mrs. Maria Zach, the Operations Center, which coordinated the attack, was effectively the U.S. Embassy in Rome. This version completely matches Mr. Johnson's story, but Mrs. Zach gives more important details about it. The operation would have been coordinated by the Italian General Claudio Graziano on the second floor of the embassy, assisted by a former Italian Secret Service agent, Claudio Serafini. General Garazio is an important character in this story. The Italian military leader is presently the president of the military committee of the European Union.
There you go.
Listen to this. I preach on all this. The general is an ardent supporter of the EU Army solution, and in one of his recent conferences, he clearly said that there's nothing beyond the EU and NATO. Therefore, Graziano could be considered a deep state operative and a member of the military lobbies that are fiercely opposing President Trump's foreign policies. Listen to this, which is based not upon military interventionism, but rather on the respect of other countries' sovereignty. However, the Italian military would have been the director of this operation, which would have used Leonardo's technology. As Mr. Johnson said, the Italian governmental company provided its technology to run this hacking attack.
Who's from Rome?
The Pope and also the Antichrist. You get 2 for 1 with this.
Wow. I think that deserves us.
I got a pat on the back from that from Deborah. Hello? Are you listening? This is some hot news for you. Maria Zach confirms that Leonardo, the satellite, was used to load the software and change the votes from Trump to Biden. This is in a confession. This man confessed in court.
Somebody make sure this guy isn't going to get killed.
To doing this. He is under Secret Service protection as I speak. Originally, the plot to switch votes from Trump to Biden didn't start in Rome. Listen to this. Rather in Frankfurt, Germany. Hello, do we know that? What do we say, the 4 people of the B-Star? Germany, the Leopard, the Fourth Reich. Listen, wherein the CIA station hosts Dominion servers. Hello? I got Deborah on that. She was sleeping on the trigger.
Yep.
We know this already. The Dominion computers were taken out of Germany. What is everybody waiting for? This is all true. As we seek the truth, why are we waiting? You know, guys, I've said this 1,000 times. Someone better do something before there is nothing left for us to do. Amen? We got to do something now. Now is the time. We're running out of time, President Trump. If you're going to do anything, you got to do it now. They're trying to get you out of office. What do you got to lose? Apparently, everything was working fine until the hackers, listen to this, until the hackers in Frankfurt, Germany had realized what they were doing wasn't enough to finally deliver the victory to Joe Biden. Listen what happened. At that moment, the hackers called Rome for help. Then in the U.S. Embassy, the operation was recalibrated by creating new algorithms. Do you hear this? Trump was basically taking too many votes, and it was necessary to re-elaborate the attack. That's why they had to get help from Rome. Recalibrate. The votes were then sent from a military satellite operated by Leonardo to the United States and downloaded back into the Dominion servers. This is how it happened. The confession, listen, most importantly, a former Leonardo consultant, Arturo Delay, came forward and admitted in a sworn testimony his participation in this elaborate crime. Mr. Delay claims that the votes from Trump to Biden had been switched through a military satellite of Fucino Tower. This is specific. The former Leonardo consultant has also stated that he acted under instructions and directions of United States persons working from the United States Embassy in Rome. Do you hear what I'm saying? At that moment, D. Alei is held in custody by the Italian authorities for other cyber crimes allegedly committed against Leonardo itself. However, it seems very unlikely that this plan took place without the U.S. ambassador in Rome, Louis Eisenberg, knowing what was happening in his own embassy. Louis Eisenberg was appointed by Donald Trump in 2017, and he was a contributor to his first campaign. But at the same time, he's very close to the Zionist neocon lobbies, which do oppose Trump's military disengagement. Why does this report interest me so much? I know, according to the Bible, the Antichrist will come out of the city that sits on 7 hills, as clearly written in the Bible, that is Rome. Please look at the people who are involved closely in this case. I have been waiting and watching for something or someone to come out of Italy for a long time. So let's continue with this article. The political level of the operation, Renzi and former President Obama Hussein. What was described so far as mainly the military and secret service level of this operation orchestrated by unfaithful and subversive members of the United States and the Italian deep state. But Mrs. Zaks' following revelations are even more shocking. The political level of the plan would have been basically conceived by Barack Obama, who was allegedly helped by his Italian counterpart so to speak, Matteo Renzi, the former Italian prime minister, the chairman of Nations in Actions, claims that what happened was a really brilliant plan orchestrated by Obama with the help of Renzi. The relationship between Renzi and Obama is simply fundamental in order to figure out both the first coup attempt against Trump, namely Spygate, and the second ongoing coup against the United States president, which is the electoral manipulation, the FRAUD. Hello? Can you hear me out there? Please like us, give us a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family members. The latest declassification of the CIA documents have revealed that in December of 2016, Barack Obama was perfectly informed of what was going on against the then Republican candidate. The former CIA director, John Brennan, had informed President Barack Obama that Hillary Clinton was fabricating a false scandal in order to depict President Trump as a Russian stooge. The United States institutions such as the FBI and the United States Intelligence Committee, the CIA, had a major role in this plot because they gave a green light to the illegal espionage against Trump. Therefore, it is not far-fetched to say that President Obama had been the mastermind of the sabotage plan against Donald Trump. At the same, the Spygate couldn't take place without the decisive part of Italy. When Obama had chosen to authorize the illegal espionage operation, he would have asked the help of former Italian Prime Minister Renzi. The timing is very important in this matter. A month after Obama-Brennan's meeting, the then Italian Prime Minister paid a visit to the White House, if Mrs. Zach's version of this is right. It was in that occasion that Barack Obama ordered Renzi to take part in the plan. Renzi would have agreed by involving the Italian Secret Services in the espionage plan. The Italian Secret Service would have conceived a plan to set up Giulio Ocenero, an Italian nuclear engineer, who had been used as ways to falsely associate Trump to the Kremlin. Basically, the Italian intelligence would have tried to plant Hillary Clinton's emails on Ocenero's U.S. company, Westlands Inc. Apparently, Ocenero was chosen as a patsy because he's quite close to the American conservative circles that endorsed the Trump's campaign. Please listen. Globalism has been using the Italian deep state against Trump. Globalism has a goal to set up a one world order, just like the Bible clearly says. However, most surprising thing that ties this scandal with the electoral manipulation and FRAUD is the relationship between Obama and Renzi. Hello? Do you hear that? Even after both of them left office, they kept working together in order to orchestrate a sort of permanent coup d'etat against President Trump. Why do you think the attack took place on the Capitol at exactly when they got this information? Why do you think the attack took place on the Capitol exactly when they were going in to reveal what the truth was? The evidence, the FRAUD. They didn't want you to know it. So we need to share this with one another as soon as possible. There's a red thread that connects Spygate and the U.S. electoral manipulation, FRAUD. And this red thread is the access between the Italian and the U.S. deep state, represented in this case by Barack Obama and Renzi. This subversive plan would have never stopped and would have continued until November of 2020, when both sides, the United States and the Italian operatives, conspired to overthrow Trump. In other words, globalism has certainly used members of the Democratic Party as Obama to coordinate this coup. But even more crucial would have been the subversive power, the Italian deep state deeply infiltrated in Italy's public institutions. Do you hear what I'm saying? Please let me stop here and say I got a call from Dr. Matt today, and he said, wouldn't it not be amazing if they found out that Obama was still operating behind the scenes in this, and he helps put the one world order together, and he eventually leads the United Nations and might be the Antichrist? Then I find all this other information this morning after I talked to him.
The abomination of desolation.
You heard Deborah.
Yep.
The abomination of desolation could rise again.
Wow.
I can't even get all this in right now.
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
What was that? The current Italian Prime Minister, Giuseppe Conte, would have been perfectly informed of this operation, as he is very engaged and involved, claims Mrs. Zack. And frankly, if this version is proven right, it is hard to think contrary. Leonardo is a government company whose 30% of shares are in the hands of Italian Ministry of Economy, whose Mr. Roberto Gualtieri, a European Union loyalist. The present CEO of Leonardo, Mr. Profumo, was appointed in his role in April 2020 by Conte, who basically confirmed the choice of his predecessor, Paolo Gentiloni, former Italian Prime Minister in 2017, and also apparently involved in Spygate. You can pause this anytime and rewind it if you have to. According to Mrs. Zack, the black funds to run this plot would have been provided by Iran, which would have financed Obama with over $400 million to direct this operation.
Wow.
This version partially confirms the role played by Obama since 2017 onwards. The former U.S. president ran an organization in Washington, D.C., which could be considered a sort of shadow government to thwart Donald Trump's presidency.
It's right down the street.
Couple blocks down the road.
Yep.
Hello. Two other sources, Obama's financiers would have been George Soros. However, the former Democratic president had been simply essential to coordinate the whole scheme, and Italy had provided its technology and its government operatives to perpetrate this plot. The story of the U.S. election fraud has basically been an international coup d'etat conceived by the Washington deep state and acted through the participation of several countries and globalist governments, such as Canada, Germany, China, Spain, and Italy. In other words, the globalist power has reoccurred to the governments that are serving the New World Order agenda. The New World Order is what this is all about. It's greater than Trump. It's greater than you and me in the United States. This is a one world order. This is a plot to take over the world.
The Bible says.
There it is, Dr. Matt. You might be right, my friend. That's what this might be all about. The revelation between Salvini and Renzi, meanwhile, in Italy, the media are silent. Ain't that a surprise? Ours is silent too. Both on Spygate and Conte's involvement in the scandal. The leader of the Italian opposition, Salvini, is not denouncing neither of them. After the fall of his government, apparently Salvini has formed a sort of axis with Renzi to pave the way to another technocratic government led by most probably the Mario Draghi. The system in Italy has been silenced those scandals because they see the participation in them of both the majority and the opposition. However, as it was told in the previous article, Italy is essential to solve the crime of the U.S. election manipulation and fraud. If someone wants to really understand what happened in this elaborate international coup d'etat, it must look at Rome. Please let me say this. After all that I have heard, this is the closest report to what the Bible clearly proclaims that will eventually happen. I have preached for over 20 years on the top 20 to 30 prophecies that have happened that will never happen again. If we're at that period in time, the United States will protect Israel for a 3.5-year period. And there will be a one world order set up under socialism. There will be an antichrist that will come out of the European Union or Rome, and he will work with the Pope to establish a one world religion under universalism. They too will work together to deceive the world to worship them. They will develop a mark that you must accept in order to buy or sell. Please never take that mark on your right hand or your forehead. Could this possibly be tied to the vaccine? Only Bill, the Gates of Hell Gates, would know, and time will always tell us the truth. So as I've said, God told me we would get to the fork in the road. And after that, I would know what road we would be on regarding the future of America. It is clear every day to me. The road we are on is becoming more obvious. Treason is the reason. There is an attempt to get Trump out of office since day one, and they're not stopping, and they will not stop at anything now. They're in this too deep to turn back. Why all the chaos yesterday? Could it possibly be because they know what is coming out and wanted to get the electoral votes approved before any of this came out? Did it surprise anyone except me how sleepy, sloppy Joe Biden could have woke up, got out of his basement, and had such a speech so prepared for the American people before anybody else?
Yesterday and today.
Both days. Who woke him up? Who dressed him? And who had that speech so prepared? Or did they already know what was going to happen? Who let the people storm our Capitol? Where was the security? How did they get in so easy? Hello? Something big really is happening, and seems like no one can stop it. I say this is an attempt to set up a one world order according to the Bible. The World Economic Forum is working with the Great Reset, who is working with the United States, with the United Nations. That is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. You can rewind this and listen to it as much as you want. Read the description below. Please support us physically, financially, and spiritually.
Send it out.
Send this out
Get
to
it
your
out.
friends and family members. Get it out so people know the truth before they block it. You've got to send it now. Hit the button. Get it done. All you truth seekers out there, love you. You know what we say. Keep on seeking. I got to close out. Till then, love you guys.